That'd be amazing. Oh, look at that. The prindle came back. What's going on, everybody? Brian Mann here, Hands-On Auto Training. This is the end of day, October 1st, 2021. It's a beautiful morning. I am on my way to the first job, and guys, it's a communication problem. And when I say communication problem, I'm not talking about a lack of communication with your significant other or whatever. I'm talking about a vehicle communication problem. These are one of my favorite types of things to deal with. I am out here in scenic Chagrin Falls, Ohio, which is really nice. It's about 45 minutes or so from where I live. But we're heading out here. I haven't been able to get to this job for a little while, but I'm finally on my way. It's a GM product. I don't recall which year, which model. I think it was a truck, and I think they had a body control module installed and programmed by somebody else, but the vehicle doesn't start and run. They say it's got communication problems. Okay, so arriving on site here, it looks like we've got ourselves a 2010-ish GMC 2500 HD. I haven't done anything besides pop the hood. And inside here, let's just turn the key on and see what we got. We do have a check engine light. We have a service airbag. Notice we don't have a prindle lit up. This is one thing that's catching my eye off the top of my head. Service stability, service trailer. All right, so we know right away we got something going on when we don't have a prindle lit up. That's interesting. Let me go ahead and move that through the gears. Nothing's changing there. So at this point, I want to get my scan tool on here and get a battery charger on here. Okay, so we've done our complete vehicle DTC scan. That takes a little bit of time to do, but you see here, no communication with the brake control module. Let me go scroll down if this will. We got a lot of stuff going on here, but I'm really concerned with this. Here's our engine control module. We have 2 codes in that. Body control module, no codes. I'm looking for the transmission control module, and I don't see it there. Let's see here. So let's go ahead and view all DTCs. This is my first look at them too. So got a bunch of, these are all remote door lock. Okay, so STM has a configuration there. That's probably from whoever programmed the body control module. We have a ECM transmission control module requested. It's a 700. And we don't have, oh, we got one of those U0073. This is a CAN bus off type thing. So let's go back, and I want to take a look here directly into the powertrain of this. Oop. Go right into the powertrain. This is a G motor 6-liter, manual transfer case, yes. So let me just go in here, check the codes on the engine control module. 2, make sure these are the same. U073, and then we got that P0700. Let's go into that transmission controller, because I didn't see that on the initial test there. So it does say it's present, and we got 3 codes there. I didn't see that on the all DTC scan. So this is saying lost communication with body control module. All right, so what I want to do is take a look at this network. This is how I do some of my simple checks. You know, we got, with the key off, we should have about 60 ohms between pins 6 and 14 of the DLC. So I'm using my breakout box here. I'm going between 14 and 6. And we should have ourselves about 60 ohms. And we've got 51.9. This is a bit on the low side. I can't say I've had a good CAN bus if this low. I've seen good ones that had no problems that I know about at about 55 or so ohms. So this is definitely low. Now the other thing we can check is our voltages on pins 6 and 14. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the key to the run position. And we're expecting around 2.5 volts. That's just a general saying, but you know, usually the CAN high will be 2.7 or whatever, and CAN low will be 2.1, 2.3. So I'm just going to go to ground, and I know my ground is good. Just so you guys know, if I go to pins 4 and 5, I can check something here. I've got 26 millivolts between pins 4 and 5, but also I know what my battery voltage is right about 13.6, 13.5, and I'm reading that here. That's because I have my maintainer on. So if I had like low voltage here, then all my results could be skewed. But I'm trusting this here, and I'll show you what we get. Going between pin 4 and 14, we got 3.5 volts. That's a bit high. Between 4 and 6, we've got 3.7 volts. That's a bit high. Okay, I unplugged the trailer brake control module because this is a plow truck. That module's right over here. Let me see if I can get the connector to come down for us. I don't think I can without getting back underneath it, but this is a very, very crusty vehicle, plow truck. So when I unplug that trailer brake control module, check out our can voltage. This is our can high, 2.6, and I expect my can low to be lower, 2.4. Look at that. Now I still don't have any communication with the ABS control module. I don't know if that's even an issue with this vehicle or not, but I still do not have a Prindle. So I'm very curious to see why we don't have a Prindle. We might be fighting a battle on multiple fronts. I was wondering why my Prindle's not lighting up. I'm very curious to see what happens here. I don't think this body control module is actually programmed all the way. Believe it or not, sometimes you can have some functions out of it and it may not even set codes, but we're going to go ahead and program this BCM to the latest and greatest and see what happens. Hopefully it goes through. Just so you know, I do have that trailer brake control module unplugged right now. So I'm curious to see if it'll go through or not. I might have to pop a 120 ohm resistor into that circuit. And there we go across. Looks like it's going to be okay. Now, let's go see if we got a Prindle back. That'd be amazing. Oh, look at that. The Prindle came back. Unbelievable. I bet you we got a vehicle that cranks now. So that's that problem. All right. We've got ourselves a runner. So let me tell you what happened here. This was very interesting. As you see here, I got on site and we did not have a crank and we had no Prindle. Now, doing the complete vehicle scan test, I had no communication with the anti-lock brake control module, which was kind of concerning me. And also, I think I had no communication with the trailer brake control module. Plugging in our DLC breakout box and testing with our voltmeter, I saw that the CAN bus was high. We had like 3.5 volts on the CAN low, and I think 3.6 on the CAN high, something like that. It was way elevated. This was no good. So I pursued at this point trying to figure out why that was messed up. Now I know this is a plow truck and I've seen dozens of problems with these things, with the trailer brake control modules, fuel pump control modules, anything that's way in the back on this. And it turns out this one was having an issue. When I actually unplugged it, you could see some corrosion within the module. So it looked like almost rust or something. So once I unplugged that, the CAN bus came back to life the way it should. Now, ohming out the CAN bus before I even got there, I did have 52 ohms or so on the CAN bus. That's bad. We should be having ourselves about 60 ohms, right? Now, when I unplugged it, it went to 120 ohms, and that was good. So I was happy about that. I was kind of trying to figure out what was going on here, though. I still had a no crank, no start situation. This was kind of odd. I had no Prindle lighting up. I had no codes in the transmission control module. I did have the starter request in the engine control module, no starter output request or relay command for the starter relay. So that was kind of bugging me. I was trying to figure out what to do at this point. So then I remembered that the shop had told me that they sent this to another shop to get the body control module replaced and programmed. Turns out the other shop probably tried to program the body control module but had no communication with it, so they didn't. As soon as I programmed the body control module, boom, the Prindle came back and we've got ourselves a runner. At this point, I don't think the customer is going to do anything with the trailer brake control module. I don't think they want that function of their vehicle or to fix it. They're probably just going to splice the tan to the tan and black to the tan and black. That circuit's 2500 and 2501, just to basically eliminate that module off the network and then still have the terminating resistor in the back end of it. So guys, that was it. It was interesting. It threw me a curveball because of that body control module not being programmed, and also, just so you know, they unplugged the ABS control module fuse or left that out. They don't want the ABS working on this vehicle. Maybe it's a plow truck or whatever. So there was a couple things that could be misleading in this diagnosis. Overall, if we have a good understanding of how the CAN bus works and what to look for, we'll be on the right track. Now, unfortunately, I didn't record my second stop of the day. It was a 2008 Mercury Mariner, and that had a C2000 setting after they installed a tie rod in. I'm pretty confident that the shop probably smacked the knuckle. Like, I mean, this is how I've done it for years. You know, take a big old sledge, boom, bang that thing, it'll pop out. Well, you can't do that on these newer vehicles. I mean, it'll jar the rack so hard, it'll mess up the torque sensor. If you turn the wheel to the right, it was really easy to turn, and to the left, it was more difficult. I tried doing a steering angle sensor calibration or initialization. I tried doing a torque sensor trim learn, and also I did IVD initialization. I've tried all three of those procedures in different orders multiple times. I think this thing's going to probably need a torque sensor. However, the shop had installed a steering angle sensor about a year ago. I programmed that or calibrated it, whatnot, and I think they're going to try and warranty that out first and then call me back. So we'll see what happens there. Well, everybody, my day did not go as planned. It kind of got cut short unexpectedly. I thought I was going to have a couple more jobs, and well, they fell through. That's just the fun of being mobile. But that gave me the opportunity to get back home and work on our fuel trim videos. Lose fuel pressure, watch what happens to our on time of our injector, and watch what happens to our fuel trims here. 18, 21%, woo! Now if I go ahead and shut this off, watch what happens to our on time of our injector. Boom, comes right back. So guys, that's kind of what we're going to be getting at. I'm going to be diving into that pretty heavy on the fuel trim video. I'm working on that. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. I do appreciate everybody taking the time to get back to me yesterday talking about that GoPro. As you see, I don't have the GoPro. I'll show you my setup here. Don't mind my little garage. We got the Sony up there looking down. This Sony here, the one I usually use in my basement. Hey, thanks for taking the time to watch. Just so you know, we do have the month of October. We're giving away 2 U-scopes a month for the next 5 months. Be sure to sign up for the core or premium memberships and you will be entered in to win. More details to come next week. Bye-bye.